What up? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in to this episode. This is Howell versus Brighton. Who will win? We help people like you every single day buy and sell here in this community, so congratulations that you're looking to move to either Howell, Brighton, or Livingston County in general. Drop us a DM. We're here to help answer any questions that you might have about our community. Let's dive into it. So first and foremost, both Howell and Brighton, whatever you decide or is the best fit for you, they're phenomenal cities, phenomenal little communities here in our Livingston County. So I don't think that you're gonna go wrong with either one. There tends to be a little bit of a paralysis analysis when it comes to both of these, but that's the point of this video, talking about the pros and cons about Howell, Brighton for where you wanna move your family to, whether it be lifestyle, schools, or even just small-town charm. But all in all, you cannot go wrong with Howell or Brighton. Howell, affordable housing. You know, when you compare it to Brighton, you're gonna get a little more bang for your buck in that community. You're gonna get bigger yards, maybe bigger houses for a little bit better of a price, or newer homes in certain communities in that surrounding area that have that Howell school district. Howell, you're tending to see a little bit more of the not historical homes, but older farmhouse style houses. So you lack the functionality, the flow, maybe the square footage, an abundance of Michigan basements. Where Brighton, you're seeing a little bit more of the modern touch, maybe the 40s, 50s, a little bit more of the functional architectural or design flow through homes, more functional basements, more garages, depending on where you're gonna be. You know, Green Oak, Genoa, Hamburg Township with Brighton schools is gonna be relative for a cost of living standpoint or taxes, but you're gonna have less bang for your buck. You know, what cost $400,000 here in Brighton might only cost $325 or $345 in Howell, from an apples to apples standpoint. But when you're looking for a little more bang for your buck, a little larger of a house for a comparable price, Howell is definitely gonna be a phenomenal bet. Growing job market and even a growing market. When you look at developments here in Livingston County, Brighton's kind of maxed out. The infrastructure hasn't really grown that much for where our population has gone. So traffic at rush hour times, whether you're on Grand River trying to get north of the 96 highway, or you are at 23 getting off at Lee Road and seeing all the roundabouts, you're gonna see some traffic during the more rush hour and busier travel times. But when you're in Howell driving down M59, land clearing, land clearing, land clearing, that's only gonna be more growth for those communities and townships. Nothing but a great thing for that community. And with that being said, what comes with growth in populations, growth in businesses? Don't get me wrong, not by much, but Howell does have inferior ranked schools. When we're talking about Livingston County schools, Brighton, Heartland are always top of that list. Howell, Pinckney, they have gone through some transitions here in the late 90s, early 2000s. Every school district is going to go through something, whether it be because of a 2008 situation or a down market. But when you're comparing apples to apples, Brighton has always been the higher ranked schools. Larger school, higher ranked school in the state, great athletics, I would say dominant in the most of the settings for sports for a Livingston County athletic scene. And when people talk about Livingston County, whether coming from Wayne, Oakland, Washtenaw, Brighton school or Brighton school of choice is always a topic for conversation because they really care about that stuff and families should care about that stuff. And Brighton is always a part of that conversation. Marginal, but it's definitely a con. Commuting distance from downtown Howell as a metric point. Obviously, if you're south or north, it's going to be a little bit different. North of Howell being a little bit further to the communities you might be commuting to, but you are going to have a longer commuting distance. It has always been said by me and others, Brighton is probably by far the most conveniently located city in all of Michigan at the corner of 23 and 96. You're 35 to 45 minutes to downtown Detroit. You're 20 to 35 minutes from downtown Ann Arbor. You're quick west to Lansing. My guess would be about 40 minutes. And you're also quick north, whether you're going up north, Flint, Saginaw, any of those greater communities. And even if you're heading completely far south, bypassing Ann Arbor, it is by far one of the most convenient places to live in all of Livingston County and probably even Southeast Michigan. In Brighton, you're gonna have more of an abundance of large retail selections. You're gonna have Green Oak Mall, which was new as of probably 2009, they started to develop that. 11, 12, 13 is when it started to be a little bit more populous, more stores, larger retail stores. And then even again, back to the convenience location. We're quick to 12 Oaks and Novi, and we're quick south to Briarwood and Ann Arbor. You're gonna have a more convenient commute to the larger mall settings or the stores that you might wanna be shopping at. Howell, you're gonna have the Tangier Outlet Mall and some larger big box stores, but that's about it. But when you're talking about a predominant shopping scene, Brighton's the place to be, close to Novi, close to Ann Arbor. Great outdoor recreation. We're really close to Kensington Metro Park. We're really close to Island Lake in South Lyon, which is a state park. And we're really close, or I mean, it's Brighton State Rec Park is right here. We got a lot of saturation of metro parks. Kensington, Huron Meadows, the list goes on. We have good proximity to Hudson Mills, so on and so forth. When it comes to outdoor recreation, Brighton is spoiled, blessed. We're lucky to have it. With pros come some cons. First con is going to be a limited nightlife, which Livingston County kind of as a whole compared to a Detroit, a Chicago, you're not going to have much. But when we're comparing Brighton versus Howell, there's going to be a marginal, but a few more bars and active nightlife opportunities, whether it be the Pound, Lewin Carl's, so on and so forth, Stouts, Champs, all of those. And that tends to be where the nightlife is in these Livingston County communities is Brighton. Ultimately, the best choice between Howell and Brighton is going to come up to you, whether it be budget, lifestyle, family needs, or is it a massive commute, whether you're Detroit or Washington County. It's going to be a personal choice. But let us know in the comments below what you're looking for in your next house here in Livingston County so we can know more about what buyers and sellers are looking for here in this community. Again, subscribe below. We're looking to grow our channel as much as we can here in 2024 and be a resource for this community. We help buyers and sellers like you every single day. Congratulations. Welcome to Livingston County, and we'll see you in the next one.